Hi, it's Miss Kathy. I'm here to give you a virtual tour of what you can expect at your very first reconciliation. Are you ready? Great, let's go. Right now, I'm standing at the back of the church. You can see the altar and the tabernacle, and you and your family can sit anywhere in the church. One of our volunteers will be watching for you, and they will let you know when it's your turn to go for your first reconciliation. From wherever you are seated, you will head toward the back of the church, and you'll pass behind the pews in the back, heading toward the reconciliation room, where one of our priests will be waiting to hear your first confession. The reconciliation room is tucked in between the statues of St. Martin de Porres and the Infant of Prague. Now you may be going to another room for your first confession, and we'll talk about that later. Look for the statue of St. Martin de Porres. And that's where you'll find the reconciliation room. The beautiful tapestry there represents the Holy Trinity. While you're waiting for your turn to go in for your first reconciliation, you might be noticing this. The lights. Neither one is on right now, but wait just a minute and I'll show you how they work. Entering the reconciliation room, you'll see that, for now, there's a chair that's behind the divider. Generally, that chair is over there, to give you an opportunity to sit face to face with the priest, who will hear your confession and celebrate reconciliation with you. But because of COVID-19, we've had a few changes, and one of those changes is you can choose to sit or kneel, but neither one will be face to face with the priest. I told you about the light, right? Let me show you how that works. So this is where the priest sits. And he will have an opportunity to use these lights. If the priest turns the switch up, the light goes green and lets you know that the priest is available to hear your confession and celebrate reconciliation with you. If he turns the light to red, that means that someone is already in here with him. He's occupied. He's busy celebrating reconciliation with someone else. Right now, you can see that it's turned to off, so there is no light outside. I'm going to turn it on, and then I'm going to let you see what it looks like. Now the light is red, and that lets you know to wait for your turn. When the light is green, we know we can go in. We will be talking later in the retreat about your first reconciliation trifold, but rest assured that it will be with you in confession and help you every step along the way. Do you recognize where I am now? I'm by this beautiful mosaic of St. Anne and St. Joachim in the narthex. If you don't celebrate your first reconciliation inside the reconciliation room in the church, then you'll head out this way and you'll be shown to the hospitality room. And here we are at the hospitality room. When you enter into the hospitality room, you'll see that the priest is seated in a chair, facing away from the door and facing away from you. On the day of your first reconciliation, we will have a kneeler placed right about here. Go back to the main church when you're finished with your first confession. In the church, you will look for your parents. Go have a seat with them and then kneel and pray. Finish your penance prayers there before you leave. I hope that this video makes you feel more comfortable and better prepared for your very first celebration of reconciliation. It's a beautiful and joyful healing sacrament. You are going to do great, and afterward, you're going to feel great. Thanks for coming along with me for your virtual tour of your first reconciliation.